How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Ride the Six Garage. Lots of crazy stuff happening in the world right now still. Hopefully we'll get back on our normal routines here, hopefully before the end of May. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be working on the 2009 FZ6R parts bike, or the theft recovery bike. We're going to be doing something today that I've kind of wanted to try for a little while. So yeah, I ordered these from Amazon. Solder seal connectors is kind of what they list as. You do not, well, apparently you do not have to have any soldering skills to use these connectors. I have soldering skills, but I want to test these and see if they actually work. All the videos I see, it looks so easy, and I just want to see if that is actually the case. Alright guys, well, what we're going to do is we're going to repair actually the ignition wiring on the Yamaha. I've got the ignition and everything back in place. We're just going to solder the wires back together using our solderless solder steel connectors, or solder, I don't know what you want to call these things. Anyways guys, check it out. Alright, so here's the wires that were cut. Basically all 5 ignition wires were cut on this bike, as you may have seen in some of my previous videos. So yeah, I want to try these connectors. Apparently they got solder in the middle of them. You just kind of stick the wires together, heat it up, solder it together. So I don't know, my wires are kind of short. It's going to be tricky to do. So we'll just try one wire first. Apparently, so I've stripped all the wires back, and they say you just kind of mate the wires up. You only need to strip them back, I'd say, like about 1/4 inch. And then we're going to slide the... So we're going to slide that over it. And let me... okay, it's going to get a little bit noisy here, guys. I got a heat gun. It's part of a soldering kit that I have. Alright, we'll try it just from here, guys. So we'll heat up the middle. Let's see if the solder is going to melt. So let's heat it up. Okay, I can see the solder starting to melt. I don't know exactly what temperature the solder melts at, but it is. I can see it working. Let's warm up our brown. Let's get the middle part where the solder is first. It's really hot, guys, with a heat gun. Be careful of your fingers. Yeah, that one looked like it worked really well, guys. I could see the solder. It actually... man, these things look like they actually work. Like, I'm impressed. I've seen videos, but it looks like they do what they say they are supposed to do. Okay, we're doing one of the blue wires here now, guys. Again, let's start in the middle. Let's get the solder. Oh yeah, solder's flowing. Wow. That was really quick on that one. It is a smaller wire though, so it makes sense that it might heat up a little quicker on the smaller wire. Let's heat up the wire. heat up the solder part of it first. There it goes, solder's flowing already. Ooh, it's hot, it's hot, hot, hot. Alright guys, it's done. Alright guys, so we have all 5 of the solder seal connectors on the regular ignition wires. So in theory that has been repaired. There is one more spot on the bike that we are going to repair, and it's kind of under the bike where all the stator wires plug into the, I guess the rectifier of the bike. So let's move on to that. Let's get that section of the electrical harness fixed up as well. Alright guys, so here's the second part on the FZ6R harness that was kind of screwed up when I picked up the bike. So all the wires were cut here. These 3 white wires are coming in from your stator. The red and black is obviously power. Now, you can see what they did. Like, look how short they cut the wires on the connector. The blue connector I kind of pieced in here as a temporary fix, but look how short they cut all the wires on this connector. I don't know why they cut these wires. Something they thought maybe they would help them steal the bike. Like, I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna clean all this up. We're gonna repair this as well with the new solder seal connectors that I got from Amazon, and we're gonna make this look a little more professional. Yes, this will work, but you can see the tabs all mangled on the connector. Yeah, I want to clean this up, guys. This is kind of like a quick fix, just to see if the bike would run. Alright, let's get right to it. I have another cable harness that I bought off eBay for about 15 bucks US. And we're going to steal this new connector portion out of the harness so I can eliminate all this extra splicing and whatnot going on the cable. Alright, so this is the, I guess the engine harness for the FZ6R that I picked up off off eBay. Wasn't a bad price, so I figured I'd pick it up. But anyways, this is the connector under the bike with the 3 white wires and the red and the black that comes up from the stator and goes into your charging system, basically. So what we're going to do, I guess let's start peeling it out of the harness here. I could just cut it off, but I want to try to get as much of the wiring as I can. There we go. You can see everything's all bundled up. It's all taped up. Now, if anybody wants anything out of this harness, let me know. And again, this is the main engine harness. It has things like your relays, your signal connectors. It has everything. So if you need any connectors or anything from this harness, guys, let me know. This thing is essentially going to get stripped down anyway. So if you've got a broken connector and you don't want to buy a whole harness, let me know. But I got all kinds of stuff here. Stuff for the injectors, fuses, like part of your fuse relays. I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff here. So let's keep stripping this back. You can see how tightly this stuff is bundled up, guys. This is why it's so hard to repair like electrical issues, because sometimes it's so deep inside your harness, it's a pinched wire or cut wire. It takes a lot of troubleshooting and a lot of time to find it. So anyways, there's our wires. I think that's going to be long enough. So I'm just going to snip them here. And there we go. So there's my used connector, but it's actually in really good shape. The tabs aren't broken. You can see the wires are the way they're supposed to be. They're not cut like the other ones that I had on the bike. Alright guys, let's go ahead. Let's get this connected back up to the bike properly with the new solder seal connectors. Alright, so first things first, let's get all this stuff that I temporarily wired in here cut off. We're going to cut it right now at the top of the connector to give us the most length. I'm going to shorten this up briefly here in a moment. Okay, so there we go. So the old crappy connector that I had to kind of splice and stuff is it's gone. Let's get rid of that. Here's our nice new pretty used connector. The easiest way, I think, guys, is going to be to make all the wires the same length. It'll probably make for the nicest cleanup job. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's trim all these wires to the same length. Perfect. Alright, there we go. So we have all the wires prepared. Let's go get the quick seal connectors and let's start heating them up. Alright guys, so here's our here's the after. So once again, these are the solder seal connectors. I mean, you can see, like, I don't know how well it's soldered. Like, I know I could probably do a better joint myself with a traditional soldering iron. Like, I don't see a lot of solder down inside the connectors per se, but I can see solder reflowing. It's just, I don't know how much is in these connectors. But anyways, maybe it's enough just to make contact, guys. The whole point is to kind of make contact and then seal. So it keeps the water out, it keeps anything out. You can use these for automotive, marine, motorcycle. They look pretty good. I don't know if I'm 100% happy with the way they soldered down. But you can see it's a lot cleaner job than what I had before. It's not cut here at the connector. Nice and clean. I'll just plug that back into the bike. And yeah, this I just kind of wrap it up with electrical tape and whatnot. But yeah, it does make a nice clean job, guys. I mean, you could tuck your wires back here. Like, it'd be really, really clean. But yeah, that's the only two parts on this bike that were kind of jacked up when whoever tried to steal this bike or whatnot. And again, I have no clue why they would cut down here. I don't know if I have no clue, guys. So this is only the charging system for the bike. So why you cut here makes no sense to me. Alright guys, so before closing everything up on the bike, you can see I nicely tie wrapped the wires here. They'll be out of, like, there's a cover that goes on here and covers all this. But anyways, it's nice and tidy. A couple little tie wraps. And up on the front, so I decided to tape all the individual connections anyways, just as a precaution. You know, rather be safe than sorry. So anyways, the ignition is done as well. And yeah, guys, so that's the solder seal connectors. Try them out. I mean, they might be really, really good in doing stuff like this where you have to repair some
some cabling on the frame or some cabling in the wiring harness. It keeps it in line too, so it keeps it pretty thin and manageable. So, all right, guys, so thanks for watching. In conclusion, I think they're okay. I don't think they're great. I think I can get a better solder connection with a traditional iron. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe and feel free to leave comments in the video. Cheers, guys. Take it easy.